of India.
You know,
It
you
is
would
one of the
remember,
foundational...
Hindol, that even the teaching of yoga was objected to at one time. And you know, this is my fundamental question. If all religions that have lived in India continue to oppose teachings of what is from India, what births in India, then there is a problem. Then that clash happens. Literally everyone who lives in India must accept that there is a fundamental civilizational birthing that happened in India. While we are secular, while we accept everybody, there is no harm in appreciating Indian heritage. And once you keep making yourself an opposition to Indian heritage, that's when religious divide takes over. And unfortunately, that is what a lot of Muslim voices continue to do, like Asaduddin Owaisi is doing today.
Well, lots of people have said lots of things in the past, and many of these things were ridiculous rubbish. The yoga, opposition to the yoga is exactly like this. I'm reminded that there was one communist leader in our country who once infamously and very vilely said that yoga is like yogic positions, or positions in yoga were like positions that a dog makes when a dog stretches. Even this you only have to Google to see which communist leader said this. This is rubbish that's gone in our country for too long. I maintain what I've been saying for yoga and indeed for teaching the Gita. This country has a fundamental civilization. That civilization has a fundamental culture. Understanding that culture and civilization does not necessarily change your religion. That is a ridiculous argument.
Okay.
Therefore, every citizen, no matter what their religion is, must seek to understand and should seek to understand what is their
foundational. And I think there is a fundamental responsibility amongst all religious groups in India to not be seen as an opposition to Indian civilizational heritage all the time. That onus also goes on them. And when you continue to berate yoga or oppose Gita, it just shows you want to live in a secular country, but you don't want to accept the ethos of that country as a civilization, and that is why it continues to be a civilizational battle. But I want to go across to our fourth panelist as well, Dr. Shashi Kumar, because you come from the education field. Mr. Kumar, I believe you feel that the choice of introducing Gita must be given to the particular schools themselves. Am I right? And if so, why? Why do you feel that there could be opposition to Gita lessons?
Absolutely right. Most of the schools across Karnataka, being Hindus, even we do preach Gita in our academics. It is the choice, and what we preach and what we want to deliver from that is a different context. But when it is made by some authority a compulsory thing, there might be repercussion, because end of the day, public schools are not just with Hindus. There are multi people who are studying there. Multi students are studying there. They are from different caste, creeds, everything. So something forcefully implementing somewhere it might go legal aspects. So we are afraid of that. But end of the day, government of Karnataka advising them to introduce Gita is a welcome sign. But you can't insist that upon that. If that is the thing,
can I ask you
some
a
other
supplementary
community
question?
will come forward and say, let us
I get your point, but can I ask you a supplementary question, Mr. Kumar? Let's say the government says that give your students an option for a moral science lesson in Gita. Do you think that could be a good midway? Students who want to opt for it can opt for it? That is
what I'm saying. Absolutely right. You see that you give a choice, because, for example, don't keep in mind, if, for example, there are Urdu schools, there are Marathi schools, there are several schools. If it is a Hindu, it is different. When you talk about Urdu school and insisting compulsorily to do away with that, then they may ask, let us to introduce Quran in our academics. Where NCF or NCERT, there are no guidelines in such, or there are no recommendation. When there is no curriculum of NCERT or no recommendation of NCF, why are you insisting with compulsory? That is our question.
Okay, all right. I have to leave it at that. I think this could be a dangerous line for the government. Is this just to appease one section, or are they truly committed to it? We will know in some time. Yes, Mr. Prasad, I can give you 20 seconds. Is your government committed to this, or is this just for elections coming up?
No. See, it is to bring in the moral education among the students. As the historian has categorically said that if not the students of our schools does not learn about the Indian tradition, Indian heritage, where will they learn? If not in India, will they go and learn in some other country?
Okay, I leave it at
So
that.
far-
I've run out
so
of time,
far-
sir. Let's see if the government
So
actually
that is
goes
the
through
reason
this and what is the opposition that happens. There could be legal hurdles in this case, but maybe a midway has to be found, because then logical questions will arise. Why not moral science from the Quran, for example, or even the Bible? I have to leave it at that. I'm run out of time. I do thank our guests for joining us. We'll take this debate forward when we can. Time for a very short break. On the other side, the day's top stories.